Okay, so this is the hardest problem of the lab. And it's harder because it's kind of a trick we're playing in order to divide this income and substitution effect. It's something that happens in the mind of the consumer automatically, and we tend not to separate it, so that's why it gets a little abstract and difficult. But if you apply exactly what the problem said, at least the numbers should be pretty straightforward. Let's write down what we know. So we know that the price of pizza now is going to be 80 cents, because what this problem is telling you is that all you're going to do is to, with the new price of pizza, you're going to spend enough, or you're going to buy enough pizza to make you as happy as you were when the price of pizza was $1. The sentence says to make you as happy as you would have been when you thought the price of pizza was $1. That basically said that you're going to fix the utility to the value you have in part A, when you're consuming 50 units of each. The price of pizza is 8 cents. The 80 cents. The price of spinach is still $1. We don't know how much money you have because you're not going to spend all your money. That's the reason. We're taking some of your money so that we can bring you down to the same happiness you have originally. But you know that the utility is going to be the utility you achieve in the first part, which was 50 times 50, and then to the power of 1/2. Right? So that is the utility. Utility we know. Now, since you haven't changed your preferences, that means that the ratio of the marginal utilities of pizza to spinach is still the same, which remember it was S over P. And since your price of pizza is 80 cents, that means that you're going to use the maximizing equation that you actually use in problem part B of the problem, which S over P equals to 0.8. That means that S is actually equal to 0.8 P, right? So it's the same utility, maximizing utility function you have on part B. That's your first equation. And your second equation is actually the utility function, because we, again, your preferences have not changed, so that stays the same. So now you have two equations and two unknowns. Remember, you know U, so you only have two unknowns. So you can replace one into the other. The easiest is to take the utility function and replace that S for 0.8. So that's going to be P 1/2 is equal to 0.8 P 1/2, which is going to be equal to U. It's going to be equal to P times 0.8 1/2. And then all you have to do here is to divide by 0.8 to the 1/2 and then replace the number. So basically P equals U over 0.8 1/2. Now we know U is equal to this, right? So 50 times to the 1/2 over 50 to the 1/2 divided by 0.8 to the 1/2. And that's going to be equal to 55.9. I'm going to round it off to 56. So if you consume enough pizza with the new price of pizza to make you as happy as you were in part A, you will consume 56 units of pizza. Now, this is clearly, now you don't have the extra purchasing power, because we are taking that extra purchasing power away from you. And we're telling you how much pizza you're going to consume, and you see that you still consume more pizza. You are biased in favor of pizza. You're going to take some of the consumption of spinach and you're going to put it into pizza. And that should be clear. If you actually solve for the value of spinach right now, it's going to be 0.8 times 56. That's going to be 45. So spinach, the consumption of spinach now is 45. So even after we take that extra purchasing power away, you are going to take some of the money that you were using for spinach and you're going to put it into pizza because you get a better deal. So this is the substitution effect. Now, this is the answer to the problem 56. In order to understand what this means, and in fact, I think the answer to the problem is probably the amount of money you were going to consume. So all you have to do now at this point is to simply, use the budget line in order to calculate the extra amount of money. So that will be 56 times 0.8 plus 45. So that would be equal to, so that would be 56 times 0.8 plus 45. So it'll be around $90. So you're going to spend around $90. But to understand the income and substitution effect, you are probably better off if you watch the next video I'm going to post, which is a PowerPoint presentation that has a more clear description of what happens in the graph with this problem.